Right, so I forgot to mark down the machines that I built the other day to put signs up in front of them. So I'm going to go and do that now. Yeah, I wanted to get a server going for many moons now. Just got to get my brain to give me permission. Totally understand it. Yep. There, all those videos have been 6 months in the making. I wanted to get them all done before I published them. So that took a bit of holding off from just going, I'll publish this one. Alright, so we're going to put some signs. So this is all the plastic. Now this is all running efficiently now. So I'm just looking at my spreadsheet. So this is so this turbo fuel power I'm just looking here, we've got at fuel 6 and 7. Then I've got here, that's 8 and that's 9. So why didn't I label them that way? We'll call this one 10. Right, so fuel. Yeah, that's awesome. Congrats on finishing. Thanks very much, Spongelet. Appreciate that. It can be hard to motivate yourself to do these things sometimes. Alright, so turbo fuel is our final destination. So this is turbo fuel power number 10. And this is crude oil is correct. That's the input. And it's 30 in. 20 machines. 600. 600 in. 30 each. That's what I want. And then the output is heavy oil residue and that's 200 out of 20 machines equals 10 each. But actually, that's the byproduct. Whereas plastic is the primary. Right. Which is outputting 400 plastic. That is 20 each. And there's 20 machines. Is that correct? Yep. All right. I know, mate. I know. I know. Now, well, that's annoying. I think we'll put that one there. Unfortunately, it doesn't copy the settings on every sign. So I have to come here, copy, and paste. McNulty, hello, welcome. Good to see you. How's things today? So we'll copy that one. And that would go there. And I just need one more, which is the plastic one. Copy that. Paste that. And then we need one around the other side for the plastic canisters. Maybe just here. Probably that one. Likewise, not bad. We had a nice day here in Melbourne. Sun was out, knocked off early, and took the dog for a walk. How could you complain about that? This is byproduct. Canisters or byproducts. That'll do. And Alright. Also got the young bloke from Kinder earlier because it was a good day. Wow, that would have been good fun. He would have enjoyed that. This would have been plastic. And it was... Or was he like, I haven't finished playing, I've got this important thing I'm building with blah blah. Can you come back? So it's 400 in. 20 machines, 20 each. That's exactly, I'm sure you see it all the time. Yep, more interested in the sandpit. Yep. Ari Boots, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, they're a bit upset that you're there sooner than they expected. I'm going to copy that one. I'm going to paste it there. Copy that one, paste it there. Get rid of that one. Right. And then this one is... Oh, Randy, what's going on? You want a pat, do you? I'm in the middle of something, but no, that's fine. We'll stop everything for you. Right? Yeah. Oh, he's a good boy. Aren't you? Did Louise get you all riled up? Did she? Puppy, yeah, this is Randy. He's a lovely boy. Aren't you, mate? Hmm? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. Mm-hmm. You love a good pat. Don't you? You love a good pat. Hmm? On the bum and under the chin. Is that enough? That's a no. Isn't it? Oh, yeah, I know. You're like, yeah, just a bit more. Just a bit more. All right. Is that enough? No. Oh. All right, there we go. Man, thanks for all the hair, Randy. He's molting at the moment. I've got a... I think tomorrow we're going to have a big session with the molting brush. He's it's coming out thick and fast. There's just clumps of it on the ground. So this is going to output 800 at 40 per minute for 20 machines. It's 40 each. All right, there we go. And we'll put that there. And get rid of that one. I think it's that one there. I forgot to do this the other day. This is what I like to do, is have everything labelled. I'd be interested in seeing if the sinks are actually counting that level of output. It's hard to see because we're in monitoring. It's about right, 400. That's that floor done, that building done. Now these should be running, they're running at 76%. Because there's a build up, so there's nothing I can do about that. Like, it's working as it's supposed to. These ones will all be running at 100%, because these lower ones seem to be taking priority on the output. Like, because the heavy oil residue here is coming down and joining with this one. And it's also coming out of here. The flow rate from here should be 100. Well, it's about 300, but I suppose it's full. They are full pipes. Yeah, it's full pipes, that's why. There's nothing wrong with full pipes. So I've been told. So there will be one here. Maybe. Alright, this is turbo fuel. Power number 10, I think, was what I called it. And compacted coal, where are we? Right, that was correct. And so it's 22.25. No, 88. Oh, no. That's how you bring that up. Yeah, right. I didn't want that anyway. So I don't want that happening again, so let's do that. Apparently you're playing Satisfactory, guys. Alright, for the coal and the sulfur is the same. and it outputs compacted coal. The same again, the same numbers again. Alright, now they should be running at 100%, which they are. There'll be fuel generators over here that turn that heavy oil residue. And it should just be 4 of these. They're running at 100%. That's excellent to see. So I'll put rightio. This has heavy oil residue. Coming in. It's coming in, there's 200 coming in by 4 machines is 50 each. And it's outputting fuel. It's 133.3 by 4, which is 33.6 each. And that one there. So that's that. Now over here, I'll put it probably here. This is turbo fuel now number 10. And this is fuel is the first one coming in. And that is 133 divide 6, so they each get 22.5 each. And then there is compacted coal. And that is 88.8 divide 6 is basically 15. Well, if I just put 90, it's rough. I'll just put 90. and the output is turbo fuel, and it's outputting 111.1 E divides 6, that's 18.75, and if I copy that, paste it there and edit, and then go summer sloop, then those numbers double. Fucking hell. 37.5 each. And that's how I can tell it's actually outputting more. And these should, I hope these are all running at 100%. They might be backed up, maybe 98, yeah. That's okay. Which means all of these will be running. They're all buffered, they're all running. We've got some nice solid power there. It's all happening lovely. There's got a bunch more power now. Don't need that. It's going to go see what's my packaged liquid biofuel, what's stopping it from running. Needs a top up of leaves or plastic. Which I was going to, there was one of these I was going to use. Why not? Alright, so it's not solid biofuel, because we've got plenty of that. And it's not water, so it's got to be empty canisters. Already full on canisters. Alright, and then I put the rest there, so we're good now. That will top up our liquid biofuel. Let's re-record this vehicle's path. It needs a re-record. So this one is route number 20, Sam. in there. Right. We've got a few of these to redo now that we've put these middle pillars in. It'd be cool if it recorded the horns as well. I wonder if there's an Easter egg. We're going to have to find out one way or another. Lots of honking. So we rediscovered the train one. Don't you run into me. May have to delete a couple of nodes there, but I think it'll be okay. Just re-watch it to see. Oh, geez, someone's a bit crazy there. It definitely wasn't me that recorded that. They used to have a real girly, wimpy honk. Right. Save that. Route number 20, Sam. I'm interested in seeing if this is enters better, because it was reversing all the time, and I now know why. I think I've done a better recording here. Yeah, that's much better. Now we need to watch it go back, make sure it doesn't bump into anything. That's much better there. Oh, it hits that. So I reckon if I got rid of maybe that. I'll get rid of that one there. It's a bit wide on that one, but I think it'll be okay. That one's good. Bunny hopping all the way. We're going to do hypertubes at some point too. I assume it's this one. I think I need to get rid of these 3 arrows here because one of them is a reverse. Yeah. Oh, I'm caught off the side of the platform. Come on. So I think I delete that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. That should see what it does. Yeah, it'll get to there, and then, yeah, I think that'll be fine. Oh, bit of a save boost jump. Oh, that one's like just. Narrowly missed. Let's make sure it gets its back through all these. Seems okay. Turns good there. Nice. How does it handle this turn? Yeah, that's good. And the next one. Seems good. Alright, I think we're good. Crystal Oscillator Factory. That might end up being here. Let's have a look. Quartz crystal cable and reinforced iron plate. Quartz crystal is directly that way in the first building. Then reinforced iron plates over there. And cables also over there. It might be better over here. I don't know. That's going to be petroleum coke. Yeah, well, that might be a better... That might be better for the crystal oscillators. And the petroleum coke. Yeah, nah. It's a tough one. I'm just gonna take my jumper off. No, I'm going to leave the petroleum coke there. But crystal oscillator. It's a tough one. Quartz crystal cable and reinforced iron plate. Just. I'm thinking over there, actually. Or here's a fresh take. The iron rod factory there's no more iron rods to be built. So why don't I make the next level to be crystal oscillators? What are the round objects on the corners of your road barriers? They're in architecture. They're unlocked. They're the round concrete beams. There, they're not bad. So they fit quite nicely there to make it, because the other corner bits of the barriers are much too big.
83 for the follow.
Savio, dropping the follow, thank you. So, awesome shop, you'll be able to unlock those. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. This is the... This is iron plate, I think. Yeah. So then... This is iron rods. Hello from Italy. Welcome. How are you today? This is concrete. And this is iron rods. And there are no more iron rods to be built in this playthrough, as far as I remember. We look here, iron rods. I've made them all. So if I made them all, this is the perfect, this is where we're going to put our crystal oscillators. They're going to continue in this building because they're so close to everything else. They're close to the reinforced iron plate. They're close to the cable and the quartz crystal. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Let's have a look. Do that as a 180. What's happening in Italy today? I'll put that one there. I'll leave that like that. Oops. Yeah, thought I screwed that one up. Perfect. Right. Take an elevator up another floor. That's the power for that floor. I've spent so many hours in this game since the first early access, and I continue to obsess over it every day on how to improve the production. I hope I'm not the only one. Yes, don't worry. I'm in the same boat. I've played it since very early on. And yeah, many hours. I'm working and keeping you live in the background. Sorry for the late answer. That's fine. Nothing like a bit of a worker and a lurker. It's a good way to pass the day away. I think I remember I sorted out how I wanted to lay out the refineries too. Not the refineries, the manufacturers. Right, let's put that there. Is that one? It's so much easier to build an extra floor now that I've got my system down pat. One there. I wonder if I can get... Ooh. I wonder how many manufacturers I could fit in this building per floor. Because this... I need to build 6 and 1. I might be able to do them back to back, I reckon. So over here, just going to have a quick look. Pretty sure I've spaced these out correctly, yeah. It's basically a whole foundation between those two. think I even made a manufacturer. Yeah, I've got constructor, constructor, and assembler. Depends on the... We may do a blueprint. Now that I know this worked pretty well, I may do a blueprint of this. I reckon... Yeah, I think we will. We're going to make a couple of blueprints here, I think. I think we're going to update our manufacturer blueprint. So I think I've got the perfect layout. So if I load the manufacturer, so it's just a manufacturer by one. Yeah, we're going to change this. I'm going to put the splitters and mergers and everything in it, I reckon. But that was for a 6 is different. So that was an individual machine, which there'll be a lot of these. But when I have 6, then yeah, it's much more complicated. How do I do 6? I think how many of these going to fit? So you're kind of starting out. It's not there. Can be there, yeah. Okay, so it can be there, yeah. And the output could be there. Just check a couple of things. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, so that there And this is where I need mirrors if I'm going to match stuff. If I'm going to mirror stuff, it has to be matched. That might be okay. There's enough room there. Now this is only a 3-part recipe. So I reckon if you had so that's 1, 2, and that there, that one matches there. I feel like if you have those 3 heights, that should be good. And then in terms of how many I can fit on a floor, good thing is I can fit 3 4. Geez, you could almost fit. Yeah, the last one's not going to fit. Yeah. This one's not going to fit. That's fine. But that means that hold on, I was too far spaced back on that one. Yeah, no, I'm supposed to be there. That makes that a lot tighter. But I do think I'm happy with that. Because does that still... Nah, for that to work I need to be one more. So that would be there, just for example. So ladder would be there. and there. What does that give us in the way of these? That only gives you 2. I don't like that. We could definitely have 2 side by side. You're having groups of 4. Actually, just in groups of 2. That actually might be the answer. Could you fit 3? Possibly could. It's too close. Right, so that's my maximum there. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And I'll just end my poll a bit sooner. So possibly this goes that way 1 smidgen, shorten that pole. The gap here and the gap here is okay. Yeah, I like this. I think this is the solution. Now, so this could allow me to have facing each other. That's better. Yeah, I think so. So from a Let's fix something first. So I know going to have a look at a couple of things. So I can't do it that high because the splitter or merger clips into the roof. It annoys the hell out of me. So that was that high. Coming down a smidgen I don't like. But we might give it a try. No, I don't like that. Yeah, I think I might just replace that one. Alright, so we're going to need to do that's the one I've got there, yep. Right, so I'm going to make that's the left. So I want to make a mirror image of these. It'll make sense. To do that, I need I just want to label them. One will be, call it left and right. Which one's left and which one's right? As opposed to I'll just call the mirrored one mirror. All right. Manufactured by one. I'm going to overwrite the existing. Yep. So the mirror would have this. And that flipped. And then that flipped. And that's the mirror. Alright, so now I'm actually going to redo these starting at this end. And I'm going to have that one there. And that goes there, I think. That's in the center. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, and then you would have that'd be the splitter for all of them. That would be the smart splitter. That would be the splitter for the other ones. Then I'd choose the mirror machine. And the mirror go there, I think. That one's wrong. Nah. My stubby lift's wrong. But it's only on the mirror side it's wrong. So this that I had here should have been there. Yeah, that's it. Right. That should be how I want it. The only thing, the overflow is not sort of accounted for, but it is, because if I bring all the products from one direction, then the overflow will flow out the same direction. Right. Guys, I just made my first elevator and the floor I went to was sealed off with a window pane. Yes, I went thud. Nice. As you should, guys, as you should. Alright, now this is Crystal Oscillator. I'm going to get rid of that one because it's only 3 recipes. I want the products coming in. Cable, yep, and One will come from the other direction. I can change that. That's not a big deal. Right. You only need one power connection for the entire elevator, yes, even though there is an optional connection point in every floor stop. That's correct. That is how I transfer the power between my levels. So I'll connect all my power up via that. Nice, I can just use the power on the single production floor. Thanks, Guru. No worries, Gaz. Anytime. Alright, this and this will be splitters. One there, and then one there. Right, let's see if this is all going to work. I think so. And then, okay, so these are 108, 84, and 15. So if I made reinforced iron plate as Mark 1 down there, and then Mark 2 for those two, and then everything will be as yep, a Mark 1. Beautiful. That is beautiful. And then, alright, so we're just doing 6 of these. at 100%. And then we're going to do another individual one. I want my manufacturer pole. Right, so that's that. Now these are coming in and the sink is back here. But there is actually an output line here that we could hook onto. Or we could just come straight down and go along the roof. Yep. Maybe down a bit. That's just going to cut into my power. That stupid power line. Let's do this. Oh, that fixes that. So if I had a three inputs coming in, they would be be there. I would want it to at least be there. So you could have one there. That would work. And then that one, but I need it to be there. That's not going to work. Think about this for a second. This is the inside. Might work better over here actually. This is the outside. This would work better here, like that. What are those subfloors called for belts and splitters? I can't think of a specific name for them. People call them belt floors. They call them logistics floors. I'm almost there. This here, this here. So that comes in, you would get overflow from that one. You would get overflow from that one, and overflow from that one. There we go. That's what I want. So now this, whoa. We might as well join in and put one there. And that deals with our overflow. where does it go? Okay, this pole here perhaps is not in an ideal position. I did not see that there previously. Smoking, hello, welcome. Good to see you today. Alright, that one's fine. That fixed that. Beautiful. Lovely. To Glad, welcome. Good to see you. Okay, that means I can get rid of. I didn't need this. We'll leave it there. We may need it in the future. Right, so we got our input on 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we only got 3, so that'll do for this setup. So this is Crystal Oscillators. Oh, thank you. Perfect. Crystal Oscillator Pioneer. So we're going to need quartz crystal. Coming in 108. Divide 6 equals 18 for each machine. And then we need cable. And that will be 84. That's 14 each. Now, I can't remember if I said hello to Smoke and to Glad. I know I said hello to one of them. I might have said hello to both, but now I'm going to say hello to Smoke and I'm going to say hello to Glad. Welcome. I've got a bit of a cold again, so my brain's a bit fuzzy. Reinforced iron plate. And that one is 15. 2.5. And then Crystal Oscillator is our output. We're making 6 per minute. Right. And then get rid of these for the moment. I'm going to put these here. I'm going to do it that height. Don't know. I didn't leave enough room back here for this. Did I? No, you didn't. What about what's this name? No, we might be alright here. If I had that there, that still doesn't help me a lot. Oh. This is where I failed in my choices. No, it needs to be a mode. Oh, I didn't want that. I think that's what we'll do. I'm hoping. Yeah, we can do this. Not exactly what I had in mind. Let's note for the next build where not to make a mistake. Went that one that way. And then this one. And then we can put our output will come to here. Always forget the smart splitter. Oh, I put this in the wrong spot. Alright, getting there. And then I can put my storage container here. Dimensional depot here. That goes to there. that goes to this slot. That goes to there. And then that's straight ahead is Crystal. And the left will be overflow. And now I just need to join the underneath. Oh, that connects really nicely. That can go like that. That works really well. Probably the same here with this one. No, it's a bit off. And last one, this one. Well, wrong floor. And that's the overflow. Is that too close? No, that's perfect. Oh, that one was never done properly either. I must have added that and never properly connected it. Well, nothing went, so it never overflowed. You're running at 100% though, that's good. Okay, so I've made everything. I've just got to put power. And then bringing products in. So that'll go to about there. Perfect. We're ready to start producing. Now we just need product. So we need quartz crystal first. I missed all my conveyor wall holes on this side of the building. When I did all my upgrades. Not anymore. Oh yeah, wow. Must have been snoozing when I did this corner. What we might do is, this is iron plate, isn't it? How much more iron plate do we need to make? There, quite a bit. Definitely we'll have another floor. We'll definitely have another floor. So we'll just stand up another floor. Because I'm going to have quartz running across here now. Jolly good. It's much easier to do these days. Infinite nudge makes that so much easier. Just add another floor. I'll have to power that floor, this floor. Right. I don't know how to get it to rotate. The only way I get it is if I build it deeper and then it mirrors. It's really strange. There we go. The electrical on the elevator is in a horrible position. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. I like it because it lets me distribute the power between levels. I suppose if you don't like it being so low, maybe you could add another one there and then just connect it at that level. It just means you've got a bunch of stops you would never stop at and you get confused. I want to get a drink. I'll be back in a sec. I think I do like that the connector on the electrical on the elevator, I do like it that I can run power up and down the building without having a double wall connector and having the power visible on the outside. I do like that. This is Mark II. Already yet? A quartz crystal. How many are we going to have of this? 10, 6. Alright, we'll have at least another floor. Oh yeah. I think I'm going to do 2 floors at once. This building's bigger than it should be, kind of. Some of my earlier buildings I feel are a bit too big. This being one of them. Dunno. Right. There's a few steps when we add a floor to a building, but I've got it blueprinted mostly and down pat. I mean, I'm sure I could have blueprinted a whole corner and that in, but I feel that's getting a bit excessive. Right. Yeah, that's right. Thought it was a bit short, but it was okay. I think I'll get these quartz crystals running across, and then that'll be probably the stream for today. Gaz, catch the next stream, Supercop. No worries, Gaz. Enjoy your bedtime. You're sounding more and more nasally as the stream has gone on. Yep, I've got another cold, Gaz. Those kids from childcare, I tell you what. It's very frustrating. I've pretty much all got 3 days off this week, and I'm going to be sick. No worries, mate. Thank you. Right. That's a lot of work. Hey, that can go. So I'm not using that anymore. That was the old way. So that it's going to go there, I think. Yep. Right. 6 machines at 80%. How are you doing? This is lined up. Quartz crystal, 80%. Copy. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 180 raw quartz. There's 30, 60, 90. So each one of these. Perfect. And that is the incoming. Yeah, that's incoming there. What have we got here? 37 plus 37. All right. Let's do this. And I do have overflow in there, so I don't need overflow down here. Ooh. Why did that stop? That came out of there. No, it came out of this one. It was empty. There's been a lot of waste here. This shouldn't be wasting. I'm going to... I'm going to send it back and feed it back in. Well, actually, I don't even need to go that far. Yeah, I might do that. Can't be there. It can't be there. So it needs to be 3. Right. Because there's a bit getting wasted that we don't really need to waste. Right, so that came to there. So what I'll do is we'll just feed it back into the truck station. And then it gets recycled. We did this with the Sam ore as well. And that way, we're not having waste. It just goes in and then comes back out again. So that truck will top it up and we'll be running better. Tell you what, we'll definitely get... I reckon we'll get Crystal Oscillators finished in the next episode, because cable and reinforced iron plate is what's remaining, and that's not a lot really in the scheme of things. This will be 30, they're coming at 18 each, so that's still mark one to there. Now, the final output we might do can I go, I want to do it like that. Because that lets me use that up there. So that would be there. That would be there. So then if we put put one there. Yep. Nearly got run over. Another one there. And then this is going to there, so that's perfect. Now, how's this going? Seems to be looking all right. I think this is the first time I've ever automated crystal oscillators before heavy modular frames or computers. And that's pretty funny. It is using it and it's returning it. I'm wondering if we might need 2 trucks per route to keep it up. I reckon. I don't know. It might be all right. Depends if this is the truck. I need to redo these quartz crystal trucks too. Oh, look at that. That's not a full... We're definitely saturating that line with that truck. I don't think you could do any better. You'd need... We'll go and check to make sure it's clocked correctly. This is coming through. We'll come back and check these in a sec. See if they've all got quartz. I'm pretty sure everything's marked 4. This one might be a normal node that I'm pulling off. But yeah, that truck only dropped about 8 stacks, 9 stacks or something. So that would mean it's filling. That's Sam. That one's full. So it's definitely this one. Yep. So that's Mark 4. Just going to double check. I think this is the normal, so it's going to be 300 per minute. So we're properly saturating that. So the next lines will come off that bottom one, because that middle one is going to silica at the moment. Although it's not doing much silica, to be honest. Yep, there's nothing we can do about that. That's as much as we can get. We'll just go and see that those manufacturers are filling up, and then that means we've completed that component. We've just got cable and reinforced iron plate, and we'll tackle that in the next episode. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't defined this. Well, there's your problem. I don't know what these are going to be yet, so I'll just define them as overflow. Yep, you're taking some in. You've got some. You've got 1, you've got 2, you've got 3. Alright. Perfect. So they should be coming in at 18 per minute. Alright, that's going to be it for today. It's been a lot of work. I'm going to get rid of this. Yep. You know what? Might be time for another trophy. Retire the lizard doggo and get the next statue. Let's have a look. So that was 100. So the next one is 150.
Congratulations on purchasing this statue. It is a truly spectacular and one-off event. If you believe you have heard this message before, please examine yourself for signs of temporal anomalies.
Well, let's get rid of lizard doggo. Just going to make a note of that in my text. Where are we? We'll put lizard doggo here. Put him over just a bit more. That looks better. Oh wow! And this one moves around a bit, doesn't it? What's that power like? Consuming 8.3. Nice. Five coupons today. Lovely. In today's episode, we started working on the Crystal Oscillator building. We actually put the Crystal Oscillator building on top of the iron rods building because we've finished with iron rods. We don't have to make any more. So we might as well use that same footprint and keep going up. We got all the manufacturers set up and all ready to go with the going into dimensional depot and all that stuff, overflow. Then we went into the quartz crystal and we set that up. That's all going well. We've got the quartz crystal running now to the crystal oscillator manufacturers. And now all we need to do is cable and reinforce iron plate. So we'll do that in the next episode. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, and night. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.